the benefits of an agent's tradie are absolutely huge. We're going to go through that in a couple of seconds. Stay tuned.
He was quick with it.
You didn't see it coming.
Good morning.
Good morning, young guns. How are ya?
We're always well. You know us.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I was just worried. We're just talking off air, ladies and gentlemen, about that Sam's got twice as much forehead. Sorry, Sam's got half as much forehead as me, because I'm losing every 5 years, is moving up a little bit.
In your wiser ages, I suppose.
Bigger brain, Mark. It's growing.
Yeah, Charlie. Charlie reckons it's wisdom. Guys, good morning to you, and a big one today that's a little bit of an unspoken thing in real estate is tradies. These guys we work with all day, every day, and boy, do we have some weapons. We're going to talk about some of the personalities today that we've got that work with Novak for our landlords, and we're going to talk about the benefits of these guys. It's just incredible, some of the stories of these guys and what they do and the amount of money they actually save a landlord. So it's just another benefit of having professional property management services. You guys are the guys that are dealing with these tradies every day. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You kick it off, Charlie.
Yeah. So basically, what we do here at Novak, when a property needs any maintenance, the tenant comes to us. They say, "Look, this is what's happened. This is what we suggest is the solution." Anyway, we go to the landlord, say, "Look, are you happy with having one of our company tradesmen go out and attend to the problem?" And then they go out and obviously do it very promptly. Now, we've kind of conditioned all of our tradesmen to be amazing at what they do, more or less. So they're definitely on board with anything we've got to give them, and what they're able to do is unreal when it comes to urgent situations, maybe the non-urgent ones, stuff that can be left for maybe a week or two, stuff that can't. And when it comes to saving money for not only the property, but for the actual landlord's pocket, it's unbelievable.
It is a big one. And as you said before, Mark, it doesn't get talked about enough. It is literally the backbone of property management, maintenance, and repairs. You know, it's crazy how these businesses that we work so closely with over the space of 10, 15 years do help out those properties, and it does save the landlord a lot of money as well.
It's almost like we train the tradies how to do a better job, and they train us how to do a better job. So there's this once you can imagine as a landlord, you don't really get that happening. But, like someone like Deegan, our plumber, he trains all of our crew and what to watch out for, what to do, what not to do, access and stuff like that, what works. So it's sort of a reciprocal two-way street where it's a finely tuned animal. Now there's a couple of things that you guys have listed down that we spoke of about off air. What are some of those things?
So yeah, one of the points would definitely have to be cost. Now, not only do our company plumbers and company tradesmen, like our carpenters and our electricians, not only do they charge a decent price because of the volume that we give them. We're giving them, I'd say maybe up to 10 to 12 jobs a week. Because of the volume, they've obviously lowered their prices to us, which is amazing for both us and the landlord. It means we can do the stuff we want to. It means the properties can be upgraded for a cheaper cost. But it's actually on our management side as well. Like, we know what to look out for. If you come to us with a burst hot water system, and we receive a quote, we'll know if it's outrageous or not. We've done this before. So we'll be able to tell the landlord, to tell the tenant whether we need a second, maybe a third quote. A few more opinions, just because that first initial quote was unreal.
Another thing as well, for another point that we also mentioned prior, is that these tradespeople are 24/7, and that's not even like a lingo. Like that is full on 24/7. Any time of the day, they're on standby to help where it can be. You know, a lot of your common trades don't do those type of services, so we are quite fortunate that we do have these businesses that are willing to help out where it can be.
Well, if
I think sometimes, like, to expand on that, sorry, Champ. I think to expand on that, the hours is, you know, you may find some plumbers are out there digging trenches on building sites, and they work a 6 a.m. to a 3 p.m. You know, you're simply not going to get that type of animal to do your 24/7 plumbing support. So they are definitely specialised. They're not just a plumber. These are the people that we're tracking down for our landlords. They're specialised in so many ways.
Exactly. And these tradespeople that we are using for your investment property specialise in those repair situations. They've been dealing this throughout the years. You know, they know what they're doing. They're not just some plumber that, you know, puts in kitchens and does this and does that. They specialise in these type of repairs. So it gives them that edge as well to know how to handle situations and to know how to go about it the best way.
Yeah. Good morning. Sorry, Champ.
Yeah, look, they can do it both ways. They've obviously got the resources available through their company for the bigger works that need to be done. The kitchen repairs, the bathroom repairs, the facelifts, stuff like that. But then when we call them and say, look, a hot water system's burst, there's a few pipes under the sink that's burst, stuff like that, they're on call. They know exactly what they're doing.
Couple of questions. Good morning, Luke, you legend. Good morning, Jeff. Luke's asked, how many times do you change tradies that you use? Look,
we don't anymore. So we found a roster of the people who fit us specifically. Deegan, our plumber, Chris, our handyman. We found a lineup of people who suit the business, who have adapted to what we need, and we stick with them. So the roster's been in place since I've started, or about a year ago. I think it's the same for you as well, Sam. Since our time here at Novak, we've had the exact same tradies doing the exact same work for us.
And just to answer, Luke, also, like as an example, core people are plumbers, carpenters, people that are always going back. They're always doing work, electricians. To give you an idea, with our plumber that we're using, which is Deegan, who has got the memory of a hawk. Deegan will remember a tap he's installed 18 years ago. He'll remember the address. He'll remember the room. He'll remember tap. He's a freak of nature. We love him. We've been using Deegan for 20 years now. So we don't heavily rotate them. Electricians, look at Chris, the handyman. He's been doing work with us now for probably 10 years. So not a lot. Yeah, he's probably the answer.
I think that having that retention does help a lot, because if you're changing trades every so often, it's going to be hard following up with jobs and checking in. Like you're saying, Deegan's got he's got a sharp mind. He remembers everything, remembers a tap broken 18 years ago. It does help still having those trades on hand so we can ask those type of questions if we need to as well. Yeah. So it does help in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. And that's the convenience that the landlords can prosper in as well, I guess. We've all got Deegan's number saved in our phone. He's got all of our numbers saved in our phone. He's only ever one call away, and he's always there ready to take on a job. Take the call.
There you go.
Yeah. He's on it. And other features, benefits, I do have to say, what people may not know about our industry is we don't get a referral fee for using a trade. So we only get paid from the landlord. If we take $1 from a tradie in terms of thanks for giving me a job, that's called a secret commission, and an agent will lose their license over that. So all of the trades that we're using on behalf of owners, don't ever think that the agency is taking a clip. Any agent in New South Wales cannot take a clip for work that's being done by a tradesperson. Otherwise, they will lose their license. So I think that's really comforting to know as an owner that most industries will take a clip, but the real estate industry, we can't, because that we're getting paid for that service, to be offering that service in terms of a management fee. We can't double dip. What else we got, boys?
Yeah, reliability is a big one.
Yeah. We've touched on this briefly throughout the episode here, but reliability for sure. If I call Deegan, I know he's going to be there. I know he's going to drop everything if it's urgent. And I know, that he knows what's up. He knows that some things can't wait. So he's gonna do what he needs to do to have it fixed. Yeah.
Yep. And also, good morning, Anmar. Also, I have a landlord that bought a property in Byron Bay, and I was like, not really sure. Sorry, just out of Byron Bay, and I was like, not really sure about buying something out of the area because you lose control. They went to do a bathroom reno, and that bathroom reno has now cost them 3 times more than it should have, and they're just about to rip the bathroom out and put in another one as well. Yeah. So they were using a trusted person to do the job, but a real estate agent always makes sure that they're using the correct tradesperson for the correct job and the correct insurance and licenses, permits are being, because just so you know, not only did landlord get ripped, but when they went to pursue the trade, they realised they weren't licensed for that sort of work. So they were under a handyman license, not a builder's license. Because when you're doing over a certain amount, you need a builder's license. So guys and girls, I do have to say, you've got to be really, really careful with insurances as well, and out of the area. Another reason to use an agent and a real estate agent services.
Yeah, 100%. Since we're talking about stories, yesterday, me and the property manager, Tina, Stacey, we went to a property to do a final outgoing inspection. And it's just a coincidence that we're touching on this today, because we opened the property door and we could hear this noise coming from the bathroom, like a gushing noise. And so I'm like, oh, here we go. What seems to be the problem? Open the door and the flexi hose or the flexi tap has burst, and it's just water. Yeah, it's just water gushing out of the vanity. And I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do? This 19-year-old kid in a suit, I've got Tina on my, ear saying, don't get your suit wet. What are you doing? Because I'm trying to turn it off. So I phone up Deegan and he says, do this, do this, do this. And then, we got it all sorted in the end. But, we're talking about that reliability and that 24/7. All I did was phone Deegan and he was be able to help.
And look, potentially that could have been thousands if it was, if you couldn't isolate it. But I do have to say, not a lot of people know, and another good thing a tradie will do is Deegan will go through and fix that repair. So he'll go now and he'll go fix it same day. But what he'll also do is he'll go through all the other braided pipes. So if you look under a vanity sink or a kitchen sink, there's braided pipes which go from the wall up to the sink tap, and it's like a steel braid on it. He will ring up and say, I just want to let you know that I've looked at all the rest of the property. So he'll go through, and most plumbers won't do this. It's like get in, do the repair, get out. He'll go through the rest of the property and he'll go, I want to let you know that the pipes, there's 2 out of the 7 that are rusty. I think you've got a bit of life left in them, but if you want me to do a changeover, I can. We'll ring the landlord, do it again. That's not only saving the landlord money because it's not having to do another call out to get him out there again, but potentially if those things blow, they're gonna flood your kitchen, bathroom, or lounge room, or whatever they're going to do. Another good reason for a great trade.
Exactly. Could have not said it better. It's saving with those urgent issues. You're saving money getting them attended to as soon as possible, so it doesn't affect any other parts of your property.
Yeah. Stuff left too late has the stuff left too late and put on the back burner. Definitely has the ability to cost a lot more than initially expected. You go, I've got a leak in my property. You know what? I know what it's going to cost me. Leave it for a few days, and then look, you're getting the carpet replaced. You're getting floorboards torn up. You're fixing water damage, stuff like that. It can really definitely come unexpected.
Yeah.
Big time. And guys, before we wind up, are there any other benefits for an agent's tradie?
Sort of touched base on everything.
Yeah.
I feel,
look, it's those points, and we were speaking briefly about this off air. I'd say the biggest point which hits home for most landlords is just that cost. If any of these points go wrong, like your assurance, your reliability, your the quality of the service, like the cost, stuff like that, if any of them go wrong, you're looking thousands out of pocket on top of the work that you already needed to have done. So it's just definitely, like, we cannot stress enough, the service we offer does work.
Yeah.
And it's definitely got benefits.
So it's starting to make a 5, 6, 7% management fee look cheap when you consider just alone the agent's trading and the benefits you're getting from it.
Yeah, exactly. In the long run, it is worth it because you are getting that reliability and that assurance. So yeah.
And the landlords have that convenience with us and that flexibility. Just to wrap it up very quickly, we've spoken about digging a lot, but like I said, we've got a wide and wonderful roster of people who can do a number of things at a property.
Which the handyman, Draj, the electrician.
Definitely. We've got
name drop everyone.
Henry the cleaner.
Henry the cleaner.
Who else is there? Oh, let's not name drop. This is getting too scary. This is.
We got to give these guys credit too. They are good guys and girls. They are good guys and girls. Not only that, but to their partners and to their staff, because some of them got amazing partners that are behind the scene doing the accounts and doing the paperwork behind the business. So respect to all of those guys as well.
Exactly. They're the true backbone.
That's
the
it.
Partners.
Take care, guys.
Cheers, Mark.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.